Good morning everyone, welcome back. It is Monday morning, so that means another weekend sales update. We've had 14 orders over the weekend and only one of which are not shoes. 13 pairs of shoes and one little cheap watch that I've had sat on the shop for ages. So I'm nearly fully niching into shoe sales, but that is all going to change because at the moment we have a whole boot full of quality stock found at the car boot yesterday. I did film it, so that video should be out in the next few days, hopefully, if I find time to edit. But I feel like yesterday's car boot was definitely the redemption car boot, where I actually managed to find continuous quality stock during the morning. There were cars coming in quite continuously, and yeah, just managed to keep finding decent items. Not the highest profits, but just quality items, paying £1 and selling for like 15-20 quid, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want from boot sales, and I can't tell you how nice it was finding an item, asking the price, getting £2, £1 back from the seller, and not having to pay postage or vintage fees on top of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this season, and hopefully there's some really good videos to come. So stay tuned to the channel, that video will be out soon. So with this video, I wanted to go through the certain brands of which I've sold this weekend, because I've had, like I said, 13 orders, but multiple sales from within those brands. So if you're here wanting to learn about which shoes to pick up at boot sales, vintage, whatever, then hopefully you can see that these models sell really well. But for now, let's get into the first sale. We've got this little watch here. It's been sat on the shop forever. Doesn't even work properly or anything like that. Like I said in my Q&A video, I used to sell vintage watches all the time. Unfortunately, that one has only sold for £4 plus postage, so not much profit. I think I paid a couple of quid at the car boot and it sat around forever. Probably should have just delisted it and binned it or car booted it or whatever, but it's gone now, 4 quid. Hopefully the buyer is happy with it. So let's get into the shoe sales. Got this pair of Nikes here, which are just a pair of Stefan Janoski sort of Air Maxes, I think they are, or something like that. They've got the sort of split sole, quite lightweight and everything. They've sold for £29.99, paid like £8 on Vinted or something like that. Not a lot of money. I kind of thought if they're Nikes and they've got Stefan Janoski on, they seem to sell really well, which is true. They do sell quite well, but unfortunately these ones haven't got the biggest profits. It all depends on condition, of course. Sometimes some have really high profits and they sell for like £40, £45. But yeah, £30 sale, still not bad. Next up, we've got these here, which are a pair of Timberland Killington Chuckers, so sort of a dark blue colour. I think these only sat on the shop for around 24, 48 hours or something like that, and somebody offered £40. I think I had them up for £45.99 or something, so pretty reasonable offer. Paid £8 on Vinted plus the fees, so still a decent profit on these ones. Right, so now we're getting into the brands with the multiple sales. So we'll start with these here, which are just a pair of Adidas Gazelles. We got a black pair there and a grey pair there. Both pretty nice clean condition. The grey ones are a little bit more worn than the black ones. These ones are a really nice black, grey, and then you've got the gum sole, which is obviously very in at the moment. Literally £5 on Vinted, believe it or not. I can't believe how cheap they were. And these ones have sold for 38 on eBay. I had an offer of 35 yesterday, had them up for like 42 and counted at 38. I thought that was pretty fair, plus postage. And they actually accepted it, so happy with that one. I probably could have waited out and got full price for them, but I'm happy to turn that £5 into 38, of course. So next up, we've got 2 pairs of Skechers. We've got the slip-on pair here, which is sort of a suede slip-on or nubuck slip-on. The material is a little bit worn on the tops, but other than that, they're pretty good. There's no heavy wear on the soles. And yeah, they've sold for £30 plus postage. And once again, I only paid like £5 on Vinted, so not bad at all. And the other Skechers is this pair of Skechers Bellington 2.0, I think they're called. They're literally just like a nubucky men's ankle boot. Really nice condition, once again. Cost me £10 on Vinted. I think they're up for like 15. I offered 10 and the seller actually accepted it, which I was super happy with because they're like brand new. And yeah, they've sold for £49, 49p. So brilliant price. Quite an unexpected sale. I thought they might sit around for quite a while. I don't know if you remember, but I did show them in a video a few videos back. I couldn't find any solds of them. There were just like 2 listings active. So I'm super happy to get that sale. I think I sent a 10% offer off. That's why it sold for the weird £49, 49p. So we're 6 pairs down, we've got 7 more to go. The next 3 pairs are all Converses. So I'll start with this one here, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but you guys probably know it. It's the Converse de Garcon, whatever that little pink heart thing is. It's a designer brand that have merged with Converse, and their Converse shoes in good condition sell for massive money. I've managed to sell this exact pair for like £65 before. All depends on condition. The only problem is, for some weird reason, the rubbers of the soles go a really yellow colour. You probably can't see it in the video because I'm shining my lights on it. I'll show you some photos on the screen. The soles go so yellow and it's pretty off-putting. It does affect the resale price, so if you can find them on Vinted or at a boot sale and they've got nice crisp white soles, then do pick them up because they're worth good money if they're in good nick. But that being said, these ones have still fetched £35, so that just goes to show, even in beaten up condition with pretty worn soles, if you look at the heels, pretty worn on the heels there, yeah, you can still fetch good money. I never pay more than £10 plus the fees on Vinted for these ones unless they're sort of brand new with the box or really good condition with the box or whatever, then I'll sometimes pay £15–20 even just to get these shoes, because they will sell for that high value price. Nice cold coffee. I forgot I had a coffee sitting on the side. I've just been recording for the last sort of 20 minutes and my coffee's gone cold, so that's lovely. Anyway, let's get into the next pair of Converse. Got these ones here. Obviously, you saw these in the last video. My plan worked. So I paid £2 for a pair of Converse with some white laces, but they were aftermarket or third-party Converses. They weren't genuine ones. But what I did was take the laces out, put them in these Hello Kitty ones, and made these look brand new, because these ones were pretty much brand new, but unfortunately had a broken lace. So I took the laces from those ones, put them in these ones, and they have now sold full price for, I think, £45. Oh no, a little bit wrong. So I had them up for £45. Somebody sent me an offer of £40. So I accepted 40 for them, paid £5 on Vinted, free postage snipe as well. And I've had a few questions asking what a free postage snipe means. This is when a seller on Vinted is brand new to selling and it's their very first sale, I believe it is. They get free postage, or I get free postage even. As a buyer, you get free postage. It's a weird little system because the seller gets nothing out of it, but the buyer gets free postage. So it's a little extra bonus for me. So all in, these ones cost me £6 on Vinted, plus the £2 that I paid for the laces at the car boot sale. So it's like £8, 5p all in. Selling for 40 on eBay, exactly where I want to be on the markups. And it's funny I should talk about the free postage snipe on those ones, because we had the exact same thing happen on these ones right here. £5 for these ones, free postage snipe. So once again, the seller was brand new to selling on Vinted. They are black leather, just high top women's Converse, and because of the condition of these, I thought I'd aim a little bit higher, so I put them up for £37.99, and within 24 hours the sale came through, £37.99 plus postage. This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. You'll see it in my car boot video. I found a pair of these, but the canvas versions, I think triple black canvas Converse, and asked how much. £2 she wanted, £2 for them, so absolute bargain. The condition isn't quite as good as these. They do need a big old clean up, but once they've cleaned up, they should sell for like £20–25. So the next 4 pairs of shoes to sell are all New Balances. So you've seen me sell New Balances from previous videos, but it's not all the same models. It's not all the 327s. These two here are both 327s. We sold this pair here, which are brand new. They called them on Vinted, brand new. So I was happy to pay £15 plus the fees, like £18.50 all in, because I thought they'd be selling for like 60 odd quid. But I got them in the post and I realised they're actually the junior versions, so not quite as desirable as the adults ones. Best way to tell it, there's a pair of the adults, and look at the backs. You can hardly see the difference really, but there's different heights. They're the adult ones, they're the junior ones. But either way, I've still profited a little bit out of these. They've sold for £43.19p plus postage, so made like 10–15 quid after fees and all that. But if they are the adults versions, brand new as well, they would have also sold for like £65–70 probably, because they retail in the shops £100 plus these shoes. So yeah, as I always say, definitely one to look out for. And I've redeemed myself a little bit with these ones because I only paid £10 on Vinted plus the fees, so £13.50 all in. They're just a basic pair of adults 327s, and they have sold for £49.99. So that's where the profit is. The adult versions are much better than the juniors, and as you can see, £49.99. Only sat around for less than a week, so super pleased with that one. I'm actually getting short on the 327s. I've only got about 2 more pairs, I think, on the shop. Hopefully we've got a few more coming in the post. I can't remember exactly what I ordered last week, but there should be a few on the way at the moment. So it gets a little bit confusing with the New Balance models and their numbers. They usually have the New Balance name and then the model is the number. So like 237, 327, or 425, whatever. So within the space of half an hour on Saturday, we had these 2 sales come in. They were New Balances, but they weren't my bog standard 327s. We got this pair here, that's a pair of 237s. So a little bit of a mix up in the numbers. They're quite similar, obviously different soles, but these ones here, almost like brand new. They cost me £7 plus the fees, so about £10 all in on Vinted. And after declining a few lowball offers of £30, these ones sold full price for £45.99 plus postage. And once again, almost like brand new. That's the first time seller for me, so that is one I'm going to continuously look out for on Vinted and at the car boots, not just the 237 models. And straight away after that one, which is the biggest sale of the weekend, this pair here of, what are they called? It's a pain trying to remember all these numbers, but yeah, the 574s, kind of like a triple black gum sole, men's sort of skate shoe, if you will, or casual shoe. These ones have sold for £59.99, and once again, bargain price on Vinted at £10. If you're wondering, that is the majority of my prices on Vinted. I usually pay like £10 plus the postage, because that's what I set my filters up to, £10. So it's not like boot sales where all the prices are all over the place. It's usually a set amount of like £10 or £15, depending how I feel on the day and how flush I am with the cash. So hopefully the buyers are happy with all of these shoes and I don't get any returns. Touch wood, been pretty good recently with returns. Haven't had any in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. Usually about once a week I get a doesn't fit return, just from a pair of shoes not fitting the buyer properly, and the buyer pays postage to get it returned to me, so it's not an issue. It doesn't affect my account at all I have to do is refund them, and then I usually resell them in the next few weeks or whatever. But yeah, now I'm probably recording this, I'm probably jinxing myself completely, and I'll get a return open up in the next like few seconds. But yeah, for now it's going pretty smoothly. Sales are coming in quite nicely. My main boot sale is back, so the quality items are also going to be returning. Although I've got to say, it's getting really hard in the field. There are so many people. Even like I got there at like 10 to 6 yesterday morning, and it was still super busy, full of buyers. But either way, it seems to be getting a little bit harder in the fields, so that is why I'm branching out to Vinted. And I'm not going to stop doing the Vinted. So when you see these Monday morning sales updates, hopefully from now on you're going to have a merge of car boot items and Vinted items as well, to hopefully boost that payout even more. And that's it for today's sales roundup. I really want to make these Monday morning videos a little bit more routine, so every Monday without fail kind of film a sales update no matter what, even if it's a terrible weekend of sales, get a little 2-minute video out. I just want to make sure there is something coming out every week for you guys. Yeah, like I said, stay tuned for the car boot video. It should be a good one, should be out in the next few days hopefully, if I find time to edit. But for now, please do hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.